Hello guys, myself MD Tarek Anwar. I am working as an assistant professor in mechanical engineering department at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the topic that is stagnation point and isentropic flow. Clear? I am delivering a lecture of video lecture series. Subject is fluid mechanics. Topic already discussed here. So, what is the isentropic flow and stagnation point? So, consider first definition which I have written here, that is pitot tube. What is pitot tube? It is a tube which is bent at one end and used to find out velocity of flow. The flow may be in the open channel or in the pipeline. So, see here, what is a stagnation state, or one term here, isentropic flow, means that isentropic means entropy remains constant, means if you see the TS diagram, means that line is vertical, means there is no change in entropy. So, for isentropic flow, the fluid flow should be non-viscous, or you can say frictionless. Again, adiabatic and reversible. What do you mean by this? Reversible adiabatic or adiabatic reversible? Clear? Means that no heat is transferred into the system or into the flow. So Q is equal to 0. See the definition here of stagnation state. It is the state when the fluid is brought to rest isentropically. For example, if you are inserting a pitot tube in the open channel, see the diagram here. When the flow will strike at the point of the pitot tube or point 2, here I have mentioned, it will be 0 or it will become 0. Velocity at point 2 will become 0. Clear? There will be a velocity in the open channel, that is V1. So, see the diagram. There are two cases of this stagnation point or stagnation state. That is case 1, which already explained, that is velocity in open channel, that is river, etc. So, here I am putting pitot tube. HO is nothing but the height of water column at point 1. V1 is the velocity in the open channel. HO is same because line is parallel or datum is parallel in the open channel. Again, due to this stagnation point, there will be an increase in the height of fluid in the pitot tube. So, you all know that pressure is given as P1 is equal to rho GHO, means that pressure at point 1. So, from where you will get HO is nothing but P1 upon rho G or P1 upon W. So, HO is equal to P1 by W. Now, next case is pressure at point 2. What will be the pressure? Because extra height is here, that is H. So, pressure will be rho GH plus initial pressure, that is rho GHO. This will be equal to P2, means due to a stagnation point, fluid will push in the pitot tube or pushed due to the stagnation point. So, finally we will get the equation as, after taking rho G common, H plus HO is equal to P2 upon rho G or is equal to P2 upon W. Apply Bernoulli's equation between 1 and 2, that is point 1 and point 2, that is stagnation point. So we all know that Z1 is equal to Z2, so no need to write. Here P1 upon W plus V1 square upon 2G plus is equal to V2 upon W plus V2 square upon 2G. V2 square is equal to 0 because velocity is 0 here due to a stagnation point. When fluid strike the point, it will become 0. So putting this, we will get the answer P1 by W plus V1 square upon 2G is equal to P2 by W. That is the equation 1. Name this equation. So put the values above in 1. Means what values? Value of P1 by W is nothing but HO. P1 square upon 2G is same, is equal to P2 by W value. Here see the value P2 by W, H plus HO in the bracket or in the rectangular below. So putting here and simplifying and cancelling common term, we will get the answer as V1 square upon 2G is equal to H, or we can say V1 is equal to under root 2GH. So now we will discuss some basic term, that is P1 by W plus V1 square upon 2G is equal to P2 by W. What is known as P1 by W? P1 by W is known as static head. Initially condition में जो head है, this is known as static head or P1 by W plus V1 square upon 2G is nothing but dynamic head. Clear? It is known as dynamic head. Next is P2 by W is a stagnation head. Means that after a stagnation point, it will give you a stagnation head. So we all know that V square upon 2G is equal to H is dynamic head. Clear? So we can write V is equal to under root 2GH. Here we are assuming V square upon 2G is equal to H is equal to dynamic head. So in the equation we can write V is equal to under root 2G into dynamic head. H is nothing but dynamic head. So after arranging the term in the question, that it is a static head, velocity head and dynamic head. So in case of arranging or after arranging, the value of dynamic head will be a stagnation head minus a static head. So in place of dynamic head, we can write V is equal to under root 2G in the bracket a stagnation head minus a static head. Now note point, if CV is the coefficient of velocity, then actual velocity will be V is equal to CV into under root 2GH. अगर coefficient of velocity is given in the question, the value of V will be CV into under root 2GH. Now we will discuss case number 2, that is velocity in pipe, or to find out velocity in pipeline and pipe flow. So see this diagram again. Here is the arrangement, and here differential manometer is fitted in the pipeline. So due to pressure difference, there will be deflection in the manometric fluid. Here relative density of manometric fluid is SM, denoted by SM, and S is the relative density of water. V1 is the flow velocity. We are considering this as the last case we have discussed. So see this diagram, point 1 V1, point 2 is a stagnation point. Due to this stagnation point, there will be an increase in pressure. So there will be a deflection in the manometric fluid, that is X. So apply Bernoulli's equation, same procedure, that is P1 by W plus V1 square upon 2G is equal to P2 by W plus V2 square upon 2G. Here V2 is equal to 0, because this point is a stagnation point, that is 0. Velocity v2 is 0. So we will get the answer as p1 by w plus v1 square upon 2g is equal to p2 by w. So this is equation 1. After arranging the term, we will get v1 square upon 2g is equal to p2 minus p1 upon small w. That is equation 1. Apply manometric principle in this case because there is a manometric or differential manometers is used. So now at point 1 there will be pressure, that is nothing but p1 by w. Again we are moving in downward direction, that is height h plus. Clear? See the diagram, it will be more clear. I am showing here. H is nothing but water column. So directly I have written here H in terms of water column. Now we will convert this X value, that is mercury column, into water column. So it will be X into Sm upon S. Already explained in the previous video lecture series. Clear? Minus. I am moving again in upward direction. So this will be minus, that is minus sign is taken. Again from x to height point, that is point 2, that is h. Clear? So minus x minus h is equal to p2 by w by manometric principle already explained. So we can write here after solving or cancelling common term, x in the bracket sm upon s minus 1 bracket close is equal to p2 minus p1 upon w. This is equation number 2. So already solved equation 1, that is p2 minus p1 upon w is nothing but v1 square upon 2g. So equating 1 and 2 we will get, comparing v1 square upon 2g is equal to x in the bracket sm upon s minus 1. So here v1 will be is equal to, or v1 is equal to under root 2g x into in the bracket sm upon s minus 1 bracket close. This is the flow velocity of in the pipe. Note point: if sm value is less than s, means that in this case sm is greater than s, but sm less than s, then equation will change to 1 minus sm upon s. Now we will solve one problem related to this concept. Read the question first. A pitot tube is used to measure velocity of water using a differential gauge which contains manometric fluid of a specific gravity or relative density 1.4. Full stop. If the velocity of water in pipe is 1.2 मीटर पर सेकंड, पाइप का वेलोसिटी कितना है 1.2 मीटर पर सेकंड, स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी कितना है 1.4. देन फाइंड मैनोमेट्रिक फ्लूइड डिफ्लेक्शन. क्या पूछ रहा है ये? वैल्यू ऑफ x. आई हैव ऑलरेडी सॉल्व्ड इक्वेशन इन द केस 2, दैट इज हियर ही इज आस्किंग द वैल्यू ऑफ x. कितना मैनोमेट्रिक फ्लूइड डिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. क्लियर? So we all know that formula is nothing but v is equal to under root 2g x in the bracket sm upon s minus 1 bracket close. So putting the value here, v is given, that is 1.2 under root 2 into 9.81, that is value of g into x. You have to find x here. So x as it is, and sm value is 1.4 given in the question, s value is water, so 1 minus 1, we will get the answer as x is equal to 0.183 meter. That is the manometric fluid deflection of YouTube manometer. Clear? Now we will discuss some tabular form, the value of venturi meter, nozzle meter, orifice meter, that is CD value, cost, and losses. Clear? Already explained in the last lecture and the last lecture, that is application of Bernoulli's equation, that is venturimeter, application of Bernoulli's equation, that is orifice meter. What is nozzle meter? Nozzle meter is nothing but a nozzle, narrow from one side and broad or pipe diameter is one side. For example, take a pipe and reducing the diameter of that pipe, it will give you nozzle meter, or you can say nozzle. It will increase the flow velocity. So here I have combined different data of related instrument, that is venturimeter, orifice meter and nozzle meter. What is the value of CD? What is the value of or what is the cost of venturimeter? What are the losses which are occurring in venturimeter? So see this diagram I have already drawn, some simplified diagram here. See the venturimeter, row 1, that is venturimeter. They have drawn venturimeter. It consists of 3 parts, that is converging section, throat and diverging section. Converging angle generally lies between 21 to 22 degree, and throat is nothing but 1/2 or 1/3 d1. D1 is nothing but the diameter of pipe, and diverging section or diverging angle is in the range of 5 to 7 degree. So value of CD in case of venturimeter will be large. Cost of venturimeter will be high because manufacturing is difficult. So cost क्या होगा? High होगा. Losses will be less because CD value is large. That is 0.96 to 0.98. Clear? Now we will discuss second row, that is nozzle meter. Value if CD is medium, cost is medium and losses are also medium. Now we will discuss orifice meter, that is CD value is 0.68 to 0.74, or you can say CD value is low. Cost is cheap because it is nothing but making a hole in the flat plate and fitting this plate in the pipe to measure the discharge. Clear? So losses will be high for this case, that is orifice meter. Now we will discuss another important concept, that is force on pipe bends. For example, pipe are bends. You have seen in the fluid flow or in at home, that is pipe are bent at some point or at corner points. Here I am assuming that is this diagram is top view, that is here I have written Z1 is equal to Z2 horizontal plane, means that this diagram is not vertical. Clear? You are not seeing this diagram vertically or not as a front view. This is top view of the pipe which is bent. Clear? So you all know that when fluid is flowing through a pipe, there will be a V1, that is velocity. After bending, there will be change in velocity, means that this velocity is V2. So I have made here hatching line, that is consider a section. At this section, force acting here is, that is nothing but area A1, pressure P1. So force is P1A1. Similarly, if the pressure is acting in downward direction, or you can say force is acting in downward direction, that is P2A2. Angle of the bend is given, that is the theta. So force will act in downward direction, that is V2, at V2, that is Fx in x direction, Fy is the y direction. Motion is given in the diagram. So I have taken at point 1 2 points. At point 1 forces P1A1 and at point 2 forces P2A2. We all know that summation of forces is nothing but mass into acceleration. Clear? You all know that F is equal to ma. So we can write m in the bracket v minus u upon t, because acceleration is change in velocity, final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. So I have written here, and after arranging we will get m upon t in the bracket v minus u. M upon t is nothing but m dot, that is flow rate. So m dot value, you all know that, already solved in the last lecture, that is rho av into v minus u. Again av is nothing but discharge, so we can write final summation of s or summation of forces, that is rho q. In place of av I have written here q, so rho q in the bracket v minus u. See the other triangles I have drawn here from this diagram, that is pipe, bent pipe. So P2A2 in downward direction, angle is theta. So vertical, if we are moving in vertical downward direction, it will be P2A2 sin theta. Apply sine rule. And in leftward direction, P2A2 cos theta. Similarly, V2 in upward direction. Clear? So vertically the value will be V2 sin theta, and horizontally or in right direction, that is V2 cos theta. So calculating or adding momentum equation in x direction, I am here taking only x direction value, that is, see the diagram above which already drawn. So P1A1, that is in right direction, that is positive. Fx in the right direction, that is also positive, minus P2A2 cos theta. See the diagram here, P2A2 cos theta, that is in leftward direction, so, or you can say left direction. So it will be taken as negative, that is P2A2 cos theta is equal to formula. See the formula, rho q v2 minus u. So final velocity here is v2 cos theta. Clear? In rightward direction. Initial velocity in the pipe is given, that is v1, which is a green color. So final expression or final equation, or you can say momentum equation in x direction, will be P1A1 plus Fx minus P2A2 cos theta is equal to rho q in the bracket V2 cos theta minus V1, that is equation 1. Now similarly momentum equation in y direction. Clear? Fy vertically in upward direction minus P2A2 sin theta vertically in downward direction is equal to rho q V2 sin theta in upward direction. Clear? Minus 0, because initially no velocity in y direction, or you can say downward direction. So this is equation number 2. Now we will discuss a special case for this topic. A special case means there is a special case for this case, or based on this concept. If the pipe is horizontal discharging under atmospheric condition, यहाँ क्या था, ये कॉमन कॉन्सेप्ट मैंने लिया, बट फॉर दिस केस मैं अज्यूम करके चल रहा हूँ. आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट कि जो डिस्चार्ज हो रहा है वो एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशन पे हो रहा है, और पाइप जो है हॉरिजॉन्टल है, नॉट ए बेंट पाइप. सो थीटा हियर विल बी 0, फुट थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0, and P2, that is pressure, P2 is equal to 0 because this is atmospheric pressure. So applying the formula we will get, that is, this is the diagram, that is P1 and P2 is equal to 0. This is the horizontal pipe. So equation will be P1A1 plus Fx minus P2A2 cos theta is equal to rho Q V2 cos theta minus V1. I am assuming here momentum equation in x direction. That is the same equation which already explained. So putting the value P1A1 plus Fx, because P2 is 0, so whole term will become 0. Therefore P1A1 plus Fx is equal to rho Q V2 cos theta. Cos theta value is 0, so it will become 1 minus V1. So finally we will get the answer as P1A1 plus Fx is equal to rho Q in the bracket V2 minus V1. Now we will solve one problem related to this concept. Read the question first. Find the force on a 25 mm diameter nozzle fitted in a 75 mm diameter pipe. Means nozzle diameter is 25 mm and pipe diameter is 75 mm. Clear? As shown in figure. The pressure in the pipeline is 75 kilopascal. Pipeline के pressure किसको measure करते हैं? That is P1. And nozzle discharges water under atmospheric condition. That is P2 क्या हो जाएगा? 0 हो जाएगा. Already explained. So see the diagram here. P1 is nothing but 75 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per meter square, because this is in kilopascal. D1 is 75 mm. Fx will be in leftward direction. I have drawn here already, but you will get this as an answer. So that is the net force in x direction, that is Fx. So leave it. Now D2 is the diameter of nozzle or a tip, that is 25 mm. P2 is P atmospheric is equal to 0. So apply the formula which I have already explained or written, that is P1A1 plus Fx is equal to rho Q in the bracket V2 minus V1. Clear? So before that, apply Bernoulli's equation to find out the velocity V2 and V1. So we all know that apply continuity equation, that is A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So we will get the answer. So D1 is 75 a whole square. 75 is 75 mm square. Pi by 4 will be cancelled out. D2 is nothing but 25 square. So it will become 75 upon 25 the whole square. It will become 3. So V2, after squaring, we will get V2 is equal to 9 V1. Now apply Bernoulli's equation, that is P1 by W plus V1 square upon 2G plus P2 by W plus V2 square upon 2G. Clear? After arranging the term, V2 is 0 because this is the atmospheric. So putting the value of P1 here, that is 75 into 10 raised to 3 upon 10 raised to 3 into 9.81 is equal to V2 square minus V1 square upon 2G. तो G से G कैंसिल हो जाएगा. V2 की जगह पे पुट करो 9V1 का स्क्वायर माइनस V1, it will give you 80 V1 square. Here after solving we will get value as 150. After solving we will get V1 is equal to 1.369 meter per second and V2 as 12.321 meter per second. In the formula we need Q, so we can find Q is equal to A1 V1 because I know value of V1 and the value of V2. So putting the value here, multiplying the area with area, we will get Q is equal to 6.048 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube per second. So now put the values, all values which I have calculated in the equation, that is P1 A1. Clear? Put in the value of A1. I have directly written A1 here. So put the value A1 in the digit into P1, that is 75 into 10 raised to 3 plus Fx is equal to rho. Clear? Density of water, this is 10 raised to 3. Q already solved, 6.048 into V2, that is 12.321 minus 1.369. You will get the final answer as the value of x, Fx or x force in x direction, that is minus 266.3634 Newton. Clear? So I am finishing my topic today here. So bye guys. Thank you very much.